What's going on, guys? Nogads here. We're going to go over a new formation this year, which is the 4-2-1-3 tactics, which is similar to the 4-2-3-1. I just want to start by saying this video is sponsored by Patreon series. If you want to get better at FIFA FC24, you come to my Patreon series. Links down below in the description. You don't get better after 1 month. We, of course, refund your money, but let's go straight into the tactics. Now, in terms of the 4-2-3-1, this is a video that I put in my tactical slot last week, and you will see this in tomorrow's video, my weekly update. This formation, contrary to belief, it's not an unknown formation. It's just one that people miss out. It's almost identical to the 4-2-3-1, but many people find the 4-2-3-1 to be a bit too passive, a bit too defensive. This is the solution. Now, the formation itself is set up identically. You have two CDMs. So similar to the 4-2-3-1, you're structurally and defensively going to be stable. You do have that attacking cam or that attacking mid, and then you have the striker. So what's the difference between these two formations is the left wing and right wing. Before you couldn't, if you go back, in fact we're going to go over here just to the 4-2-3-1 here for a second actually. You can see the lamb and the ram on both the 4-2-3-1. You cannot put, for example, specific instructions on them like get in behind, stuff like that, stay wide. But if you see that in comparison to the 4-2-1-3, you have that freedom to get him cut inside, get it behind, free roam, stuff like that. So this is what gives you more control. Because they're wingers, they're generally speaking more attacking, and I generally find this formation to be a bit better. So we're going to go over the 4-2-1-3, which is maybe the new 4-2-3-1 meta, but this will be more of attacking system and layout. We're going to go through the instructions first. We're going to stay central, stay forward, and get it behind. Similar to my 4-2-3-1. Same with the cam. Stay forward, get it behind. So it kind of attacks in a 4-4-1-1. That's how I like to look at it. In terms of left mid, right mid, we've got them both on comeback and defense. Get into the box for cross for both of these players. Now what the main thing here you can put is get in behind. So if you struggle with getting the ball down the wing and you always find that you're not doing the L1 triggers enough, get it behind is going to make those players make those runs down the wing. Now me personally, although you could consider using cut inside, I would say this is mainly if you're introducing a left back and right back into play and you want to push that play inwards. But to be honest, I genuinely feel that the best thing is to let AI make the decision for you. One thing that I have to credit EA for is sometimes, although offensive AI is not really good, the decision making of kind of when to move into space when the opponent is occupying is actually pretty decent. So I'd say leave this unbalanced. The problem is if you put this on stay wide, then this player would always stay wide. If you put this player, for example, on cut inside, they will always cut inside. Maybe you don't want to cut inside every single time with Son. You want to go down the wing as well. So that's why I would just say just leave this unbalanced and get it behind for both. CDMs, now the way that I'm playing this is I've got one of them, both of them on stay back, cover center, stay back while attacking. And cover center is what I'd recommend. But what I'm doing basically is I'm leaving one of them unbalanced, like so. And what would happen is this would be the more attacking center mid. So realistically, this player doesn't play there. It would be more like Llorente. And this would be the attacking player going forward. Now, I feel like this is a very good formation when you're attacking. And I feel like when you supplement a center mid coming into the attack, ends up adding an extra player in the middle of the pitch. Especially when you only have one striker and a cam behind. Although it's a cams and strike on stay forward. Sometimes you can feel like you don't have that extra player that you may need to outnumber your opponent. So putting one of the center mids on balance would be perfectly fine. But again, I have to say as well, although this is pretty much common sense, but guys, if you're struggling and you find you're getting your counter-attacked or you can't build up or you're struggling to recycle the ball because this center mid is out of position, then put this player on step up while attacking. Always adapt your tactics to the situation. It's very, very important. Everyone has different levels. If I give this to, for example, an elite player and I put everyone on stay forward and get forward, I'm sure they'll be able to defend perfectly. If I give that to a rank 5 player, they wouldn't. So all of you can use formation. It doesn't matter what level you are, but you may have to change this or put this player on step up while attacking, depending on how good you are at defending and defending counterattacks. Left back, right back on stay back and overlap for both of them. So that would be the base of the 4-2-3-1. Very, very similar to the one that I used. When you're defending, you're basically going to be defending like this, and the left mid and right mid will come back. So hence, you get the 4-4-1-1. And because you have the two strikers, I suppose you could say one's on stay forward, well, centre forward or second striker, and striker on stay forward, you're going to still have that counter attack presence. So you'll be defending in the midfield 4, not a 4-3-3, you'll be defending in a midfield 4 with two strikers up front and a centre forward striker layout. And when you attack, you'll be attacking in a 4-4-1-1. Now, going over to the tactics, defensive style, we've pretty much gone unbalanced. I don't think there's a need to really change this. I think, you know, with the 71 depth meta, there's no real need to change this. The width, we have put this on 55. I think this is pretty much a balanced width. You can always reduce this down if you find this formation to be a bit too wide when you're defending. I think when you have two CDMs, I think it's perfectly fine. The depth is on 44. Now, this is probably the most important thing, I would say. It does depend on your skill level. I know a lot of people are using 71 depth, and that's fine. You can use it. But what I would say is, if you want to use this for more of a balanced formation to play for the entire game, I'd probably lean towards going 45. That's what I'd say. If you're looking for this as more of a conservative, you don't want your AI to press for you, I would say around about 39 is probably a good number to choose from, personally speaking. But don't forget, when you go towards 45, that's when the team activate the auto press. So just do bear that in mind. I would recommend 71 depth, but again, this can be too aggressive. So you have three options. I would say use 39 to be conservative, 45 to be a bit balanced but apply pressure, and 71 to make this more of an attacking formation. And of course, you can adjust the center mid instruction alongside this. For the build-up play, you may have seen in my 4-2-3-1s, I've always put long ball on. That's because there was no get it behind option. Well, now there is. So although long ball does have that use case, and to be honest, it may help some of you, I've left this unbalanced. I think you can use long ball still if you're struggling with a build-up play, or you're finding players are just not making the runs that you otherwise would think that they should be making. So you can always increase that to long ball, and that will increase the amount of runs that you make in the first 2/3. That's the key thing, first 2/3. In terms of the final third, we've gone with forward runs. I generally think forward runs on a 4-2-3-1 is the most effective thing, and it's the same thing with this formation. I've tried it, and I just think it's better than direct passing. It's not like a 4-3-2-1. To be honest, corners and free kicks, you can adjust them however you want, and players in the box around about 6 is fine. These corners and free kicks, it does depend on what you do. What I'm doing, in case people are wondering why I do always have 1 on my corners, people always ask me this, because let's say if I was wanting to abuse the game, I'd normally get the ball outside the box and do a finesse shot, or I would end up trying to do a cutback. So it's actually easier for me to do a goal that way than it is for, let's say, traditionally crossing the ball in. That's why my players and free kicks are on 1. It's not because I want to be over defensive, it's just because I don't cross the ball in. So you can always adjust that as you want to. But as I said, that is the new tactics or the new formation on the 4-2-1-3. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said, very similar to the 4-2-2-1, just more in the attacking sense. I'm using this now more maybe to start the formation or to start the game with. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, and don't forget, if you want to get better at FC School, you can join my FC School Series, patreon.com/no guys, link is down below in the description, or you can click on the top left just about now. Thanks for watching.